I do apologize, my speech is slurred because we're going to go ahead and do a little story time as we get ready. And I'm going to share things that I have found that work for me, maybe not for you, but suggestions. So let's start. In 2007, I was in a really bad accident. I lived in Pennsylvania. It was Christmas Eve, and I had a Jeep Wrangler, and I had a Toyota Lighthawk, which is kind of like equivalent to a Toyota Corolla. Well, I went to midnight mass, and after midnight mass, I was getting with a little friend. Wasn't in a good headspace, felt worthless, that kind of thing. Well, anyways, we went drinking. I had a train underpass at 90 miles an hour. They were picking up engine parts to throw them in the back of Jeep Wrangler. I can't remember any of it, but supposedly I hitchhiked and somebody saw me bleeding, took me to the hospital, and I was life-flighted to a trauma center. And what happened was I was scalped. My trigger warning, my earlobe was down here on my shoulder. And the scar, there's one that goes here and one that goes here all the way back to here. And they fixed that all up. Well, the airbags that are our friends broke all my teeth when it deployed. I mean, you figure it's like a shotgun shell when it deploys. The force of it and how short I am and sitting up close to the steering wheel, which I'll never do again, broke all my teeth. And it was horrific because I don't care. People say they don't judge people. No, everybody judges everybody on their smile. And I have learned through my own experiences that life is hard when you don't have pretty teeth and life sucks. And so, anyways, I saved up the money and went to Aspen Dental, and we went and got crowns. I got 4 crowns, and it cost me a little under $3,500, which insurance did not pay. It was all cash. So I did that. And I had crowns, and then I made some life choices that were not the best. So I picked up and moved from Pennsylvania to Arizona, trying to redo my life, make it right. Well, same thing happened because I didn't have a lot of support, and I made some really bad choices. But then the best thing in the world happened to me, and we all know who she is, little Miss Bug Bug, and my life completely changed after that. Well, in the meantime, all these bad choices led to tooth decay, tooth breakage, had to have teeth pulled. So my self-confidence went from here to non-existent. And I want to make it right because my little girl's my little girl. She already got a geriatric mama. You know what I mean? She has her own little issues that she's getting through. I don't want her to have friends that judge her mama because I was making my teeth because I lost my crown. If y'all been here a while in my family, you know, I lost my crown. I did some things to find it, and but anyways, there's these white beads they sell in the market. They're supposed to be for cosplay and things like that. Nobody tells you. Now here's a warning. Nobody tells you when you have to remove those, they hurt like hell. They hurt like hell. And if you have broken teeth and they settle into that tooth and you remove it, you break your tooth even more. It'll come off in the plastic mold. Now, if you don't want to see anything disgusting, I would look away at this point, change channel, maybe flip to another video, come back in a few seconds if you're interested. But anyways, these little pellets that you put in, if you smoke, drink coffee, eat spaghetti sauce in any way, be it pizzas, pasta, whatever, they only stay white about 4 or 5 days. And then you got to rip them off and put them back on. But remember, I told you when you rip them off, if you have a broken tooth, it just keeps breaking. If you have decaying teeth, it just keeps breaking. So I would, make them and pretty much wear them until they either came loose or there was no hope. It was disgusting, and I had no choice. So I would break the tooth even more. 3 weeks ago, to yesterday, I was supposed to get 10 teeth pulled and a full set of dentures. The appointment got canceled because teeth weren't in from the lab. And then I made an appointment with the provider who, this is what I think, doesn't accept the insurance I was using for emergency and stuff like that. So I had to switch back to the other provider, but he was on vacation. So, anyways, Tuesday. So we are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We are 4 days from 10 teeth pulled and dentures put in. Well, let me show you this. Well, anyways, this is what it looks like of the teeth I made. Do you see how disgusting they are? That was 1 week. 1 week. So those little white pellets, I mean, they do great for your self-esteem, but they're torture. And I know $10, I got a bottle this tall and this big off of Amazon, and it's saved me now for 3 years. I've been doing this for 3 years. And I kept this. I know people are like, because usually I just toss them because they're disgusting. But I want to save them to remind myself where I came from, because we all sometimes need that. And in the car accident, the airbag deployed and the two front bottom teeth were severely damaged with nerve damage and stuff. They died. So I had a bottom partial. Well, we all know my previous story. There just wasn't money for me to get a new partial. So this is my bottom partial. It's broke. It only did half the bottom, and there's no teeth on the back because it broke numerous times. And that's what I was living with, was those plastic beads and this broken partial. So anyways, I was fortunate enough to be able to get dentures. Now, y'all say, where are your dentures? Well, they're pretty, right? Well, I don't have the bottom ones in, because what happened is there's a couple steps. Like, you go in and get your molds done. Then you go back in and they make these, they call them, it's like dentures, but where there's teeth, there's holes. So there's no teeth on them. It's just like the pink plastic that goes on in your mouth, That came in, they made the adjustments, they sent it back in. My dentures came in, and they are not right. As soon as the dentist put them in, I could hear his disdain. He's like, these are horrible. These are horrible. We can't use these. And they weren't going to send me out with no teeth. So he tried his best to maneuver them as best as he could. And I came home, but I was all numb with Novocaine, so I really didn't notice anything, because they can't feel, I was just told bite. So I bit. Well, anyways, I think I was home for like 2 hours, and I get a text message from the dentist. He's like, listen, this isn't right. I can't let you go like this. I've called a lab tech in. I need you to come in on, I had 24 hours. So it was 24 hours. I had to go back in. And when I went back in, the lab tech was there, and they're making me a brand new set, because these are so horrific, you guys. But I'm not going to be without. These are so horrific. Oh, let me finish getting her. I'm moisturized. These are so horrific that it's painful. It's painful. It's so painful. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not doing any of that. It's painful. The new ones that I'm getting are going to be a clear like roof of the mouth. It's gonna be like a silicone. Because they're saying I have like a cleft palate. I don't know what that means. Well, I know what that is, but I don't know. But anyways, the one that I have now, when I put the bottom ones in, I can't swallow, I can't talk, I can't do anything. First, the fit's off, the bite's way off, and anyways, the top of it hits my gag reflex, especially when I have the bottom ones in, because my teeth are clamped and I can't move my tongue. So, I mean, I sound a little slurry now, but again, I'm not going to go without them. At least the top ones, because that's what you're seeing when I talk. But anyways, the new ones will have silicone. So I went Wednesday, and then I go today, and the new wax. No, they don't call them wax. What? I think they call them wax. The like wax molds will come in where they put them in to make sure that it fits appropriately. And then Tuesday I'll go back and get my permanent ones, because these ones just aren't working. Oh, before I get my hands all nasty, goopy, and icky, I'll go ahead and put the bottom ones in. You can see the full smile. I mean, it's beautiful. The fit isn't right. You can tell with the bite, but I'll show you. Give me 1 second. I mean, the pain of putting these in is horrific. They told me when I went to the appointment, only wear them for vanity purposes. I have a 6-year-old. I have to be able to talk. No teeth. I can't talk. You know what I mean? Give me 1 minute. The fit, you can see, it just pops right out. Like I have an underbite and I have an overbite. But they're beautiful. But the bottom ones are too big. They're too big inside that they poke into my tongue. They're too big out here that they're poking into my gum. And he filed for a while. I mean, a while. But, anyways, so that's what's going on. Tammy and I are going live tomorrow. I want to talk about this now so I didn't have to take up our life. But Tammy and I are going live tomorrow night. And, again, I won't have bottoms in because I can't do that. That is so painful. It's not even funny. So I had 4 teeth on the bottom pulled and 6 teeth on top pulled. Excuse me. Top ones really bother me. But without the bottom ones in, I'm able to move my tongue back and forth. When the bottom ones are in, it's just constantly up. It was making my throat sore. It was just very uncomfortable. But I think I'm okay. It's not like you're seeing gum. So we're just going to go with that for my confidence for right now. But next week, this time, I should have a brand new smile that doesn't hurt. But every time I see myself now, I'm just like, it's so nice. And then, so anyways, you have your appointments. So the first one, you did impression. Second one, I want to call it wax, but I don't know what it's called. But they put like things in, you know. And then the third appointment, I went and they pulled all the teeth and they slapped them in. And that poor dentist, I mean, all you could say is these are wrong. These are wrong. And he didn't want to send me out with nothing. And he figured the numbing would be good enough. And I'm grateful that they owned the mistake, because I did pay for them. You know what I mean? This process was $2,300. And it's only the first step, because I get these and they settle for a minute. And then I get the posts and they'll drill into these for the posts to clip down in. And then I will have to wait a little bit, and then I get the ones that the dentist locks in and they're non-removable. So this first step was 23. And then the next step is 3. And then the following step is 5. And they're permanent. So that was my journey. But through everything, now the only thing I don't have that I did order that will be here shortly, I forget what it's called. It's like a glue, but it's like a cushion glue. It's on TikTok if you look it up. Hello. And anyways, that's the only thing I don't have. But what I do have is, you remember when they were called denture cups? I mean, am I that old? But they were called denture cups. I got one of those. It has like a screw lid that makes it spill proof, which that's what I want because I have a 6-year-old. And then I got the Benzodent, And it's kind of like for like any sore spots you get, it numbs it up real good. So I'm excited about that. And then I got the medium toothbrushes, because you're not to use toothpaste on them because that is like an abrasive. So I don't have that, but I did get toothpaste for my gum. And this is called Gum Purify, and it's from Equate. It's a Walmart brand. And then the 3-minute Polydent soaks is what was highly recommended from everybody. And then I got the multi-action antiseptic oral rinse mouthwash. And that's what we're going to be going on for the rest of our life. And you know what? Couldn't be happier, because at least when I talk, people aren't staring trying to question, everything. So I thought I'd share that with you, because it's not always perfect. When you go and get it done, it's a science. So they have to, there's called Realigned. And, it like I said, it's a science. And the wax bits that they put in were perfect, but the lab didn't follow those, I guess. That's why these ones are so imperfect. I mean, the back of it is straight across, and it's like this much too long. Well, no, wait. About this much too long that it's hitting the gag reflex. So that sucks, but it is what it is. And I just wanted to share that it's not always perfect. Like, if you're in the situation that I was in, and you watch TikTok with the influencers, they get shit opened up out of the box, slap it in. No. Because nobody's mouth is the same. We all have ridges. We all have different, I call it gag lines. I'm sure there's an appropriate term for it, but that's what I'm calling it. That we all have the gag reflex, and it's different for everybody. And, it's a shame, because the ones that they're advertising on there for, like, they have the suction cup ones, didn't get them, ordered them, never got them. They have what they call the Mickey Mouse teeth, where they're just like a band like this, and then you use those white pellets that I was using to make the teeth to hold them on, and they pop off all the time. It doesn't matter how good of a thing you get. And you can so tell when somebody's wearing them. The plastic is so apparent. Nope, take the pain and breaking teeth, you do the rest. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So, I mean, this is my journey. Everybody's journey is different. I mean, maybe they do get it right the first time, but it's just a day by day thing, and you just gotta go with the flow. Well, I was told not to take them out, but because they fit so imperfectly, I was told for vanity purposes only to put them in, because it's really not doing any justice to my gums and stuff. But I figured with the 6 teeth on top that they pulled, I think my wisest thing to do is to, even though they're ill-fitting, is to wear them. So at least I'm used to discomfort. So when the right ones come in and they're comfortable, to be like, yeah, this is nothing. I hope I'm not wrong on that, but I probably am. I'm a Taurus. I have to find things out the hard way. But yeah, so that's been where I've been. And I'm on antibiotic, because the one was so infected he had to re-inject the Novocaine. And I'm really impressed, because the last time I got a tooth pulled, the Novocaine lasted like 6 hours. I don't know if they like overdid it or what, but I was numb for 6 hours. And this time, with everything being pulled and everything, I went in at 7:30. I was numb by 7:45, and by 9:30, the Novocaine was off. There was no numbness. It was all raw. And I'm on my phone, or I would show a picture, but it was like I couldn't get the appropriate suction for the teeth. So therefore I wasn't clotting as fast, and I was drooling because I couldn't close my mouth all the way because of the alignment being off. It was a little freaky and scary, but if this helps anybody, I mean, you do what you got to do. I don't know if that's the mama in me or what, but you do what you got to do. But I will tell you, since pretty much every tooth has been pulled in my mouth, I think the worst teeth to get pulled are the two front ones. Dear baby, I thought he was up here in my nose. I was like, and I think they're the worst ones. The back ones, it's just pressure. My eye teeth were pulled when I was 16 for braces because I had overcrowding, so I didn't have the eye teeth. So, and I know they get pretty up in near your sinuses and stuff, but I think the front two are the worst to be pulled. The bottom ones took them like 2 minutes to pull 4. The top ones took a little longer because, like I said, I had breakage, and I had molars. I had 2 molars. One molar was broke up here. That took a little bit. This molar was completely intact. And then I had the one next to the eye tooth, the 2 front, the one next to the eye tooth, the one beside that, and the one beside that. And that's all there was, I think. But yeah, I mean, 4 days ago is when it happened. Is my speech slurred? Yeah, because it doesn't fit right. But you know what? The worst part's over, I hope. It's just now getting the right fit. I am swollen a little bit, or maybe it's because I have all my teeth. I don't know, but I feel like I was more sunken in. It's teeth, you know. But yeah, that's where I'm at on that. How we're surviving. Oh, my diet. Let's talk about diet. I'm officially tired of mashed potatoes. I don't care if they're with butter, gravy, plain. Tired. Because I don't have appropriate fitting, so I have to eat nothing but soft food. I'm tired of applesauce. I'm tired of pudding. And I guess that's going to be my diet for a while. But I did try toast, like the lowest setting on the toaster in gravy. So I ripped it in itty bitty. Like when I say itty bitty, it's like what you would feed like a baby just learning to eat, itty bitty little pieces. Dipped them in the gravy, and I ate those last night, and that was nice. That was a nice change. And ice cream, I did. I did break down and buy ice cream because that is very easy to eat, and it would hurt before because I had nerves exposed and broken teeth and things like that. So it's nice to eat ice cream without no pain. And then no straws, of course. And y'all know I'm a Stanley Cup girl. I always have my straw. And so I have all my cups, like the lids removed. And that's where we're at with that. It'll get better, I hope. My birthday is on the 17th, and I do get my daughter for it. However, my family has friends flying in from Pennsylvania for 2 weeks, so we're celebrating it on Mother's Day. So we're doing Mother's Day, and we're doing hello, my birthday all in one setting. And it's sad because they're like, "What restaurant do you want to go to?" I'm like, looking at menus, and I picked Cracker Barrel because they have mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. And being that's what my diet consists of right now. That's where we're going, and I'm hoping I can. Thank you. I know of Germany. I watched Naomi John. I love her. She's so fun. But yeah, that's where we're going to celebrate my birthday and Mother's Day. And then on my birthday, I am getting my daughter at 10 o'clock because her dad has her the weekend, and of course my birthday's on the weekend. But anyways, I'm meeting my ex-husband and my daughter at Arizona Mills. And of course, it's my day, but you want her to be happy. So we're going to the new Bubble Planet. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. Bubble Planet? I want to say Bubble Planet. It's like a sensory great thing. And being she's autistic, she's going to absolutely love that. So we're going to Bubble Land, and then she wants to go to Shop Miss A because there's a Shop Miss A in the mall. And we don't do that mall alone because it has a bad reputation for horrible things. So that's why her dad is going with us. And then we're gonna hit Miniso, I think it's called. It's like a kawaii store. She loves that place. And then we have to go and pick up her stuff for zoo camp because she got accepted into that this year for summer. And then we're gonna have a little party here with my friends here. So I'm just trying to find a palette. Give me a minute here. I should have pre-thought this through, but why do that? Okay, we're gonna use Beauty Bay Wilderness. We're gonna do green. I got teal on. We're good. I guess it's not teal, it's the color of my hair, but oh well. We're gonna go with this. If you're not familiar, this is the color story. I must not broke this one in. Oh, it just doesn't want to stay. Okay, so we're good. All my brushes are clean, but two, look, these are my dirty brushes. There's only two. I don't even know what's on this one. I think this might have been my daughter getting in my face paint. And then the other one's too pokey. So I didn't bother cleaning it. I'm like, I don't like it. It's too pokey. All right. So, oh, what did I do with that? I know what palette I want to use. I want to use, I just have to find it. The one I won from Just Anne. There is a multi-chrome in that. I just have to find it. No, it's not there. It's not there. Did I put it down here? No. All right, give me 1 second. Let me slide on over here. I had to put it away somewhere, you know? Oh, it's right up here on top. It's from Mad Witch Cosmetics, the Sun. There's 2 shades that I love in this. It is the Definity and the Positive. These 2. I don't know if you're catching their shift at all or not, but they're gorgeous. And I want to use those. So let's do a, we got those 2 like blues in here. I was going to do green, but I think we're going to go with blue. We're just going to go with blue. So I'm going to go into Sky, which is like a pale blue. And I have my face done. I never do my face first. Tammy's wearing off on me. So we're going to go ahead and do this here. So by my birthday, I should have my permanent, which would be nice. Can't stop smiling. I'm not used to it. I'm sorry, y'all. And then if you hear howling or barking, that is not my dog. My neighbors downstairs decided to get a dog. And it's a 2-year-old husky. Wolf husky, they say. I think it's just a husky. But it has separation anxiety, and they're wolf or they're pack type dogs. And it's by itself in a crate. And it does not like being separated from them. So the whole 8 hours that they're at the Blind Institute, because they're blind, they're at the Blind Institute, he sits down there and talks to me and howls and talks to Bingo, and he's just miserable. But we just talk to him as much as we can, and he'll get decompressed because, takes what, 3 weeks for a dog to decompress and 3 months for them to feel like they're in their forever home. I think that was the timeline. I could be mistaken. It's been a while. And we did get Pickles, but it's been a hot minute. Like I said, Pickles was the perfect dog, just not for us. She, I think, was crate trained, so she didn't use the potty outside. I would take her, and she would come in, and she would just poop and pee in my hallway. But she was great. Oh my god, best little puppy. Well, she wasn't a puppy; she was a dog. But best little dog. Oh, my heart broke that day. Okay, so that's the light blue. That's really pretty. I like that. I don't think I've used it much because it doesn't look like it's used much. Now we're gonna go into Twilight, which is like a navy blue. I just cleaned my brush off, and then we're just gonna put that in the outer V to deepen it up. And I'm just tapping. Makeup's like an art. What works for one does not work for all. I had to watch many, 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 many tutorials, and it took me watching what was his? I can't remember his YouTube channel name. He did drag makeup, and it took me watching him to figure out what works for me. And I only know his real name. What the hell? But anyways, you gotta find what works for you. I have hooded eyes. I'm very avant-garde is the nice word, I guess. Avant-garde with my looks. I think makeup is self-expression. It's just like a tattoo, hairstyle, shirt. That's what I believe makeup is. There is no wrong way. It's your way. You do you. But anyway, so this is what we have. And then I just cleaned this off, and I'm just going to kind of blend that in there. I love Beauty Bay. Beauty Bay is so, well, I don't know with the new tariffs and stuff. I don't know, not yet. But Beauty Bay is so, it's like bang for your buck. I mean, I have 5 or 6 palettes from them, and I love them. Absolutely adore them. And they're not expensive. They blend easily. They wear all day. I have hooded eyes. They don't crease. So that's my opinion. Oh my god, I never took the sticker off. Look, I never took the sticker off the mirror. Ha! Excuse me, let me put that over here. Oh, I have to do the under eye. Let me grab a little a brush for that. I think what we're gonna do is is there a purple in this? I think there's only a mauve. Yeah, there's only a mauve, but there's that pretty teal. We're gonna go over to the other palette. We're gonna use Clarity, which is like a teal color. And I'm gonna stamp that. Under the eye. And then rub it. So there's that. It's like some aquamarine. I was asked when I went for my birthday. I said, I need a pair of sunglasses because I got contacts last year. Haven't even used any. I'm still in the trial sample pair. So I want sunglasses because my teeth are fixed. So I figure I'll look like a new person with my contacts, my teeth, some sunglasses. Oh, I'm excited. I feel like I'm going to finally start living and not be in fear. Like a new life. And then I'm going into Hope, which is like that baby blue that I used up there. It looks pretty similar, but I'm sure it's going to be different because it's a different brand. And just blend that out a little bit. I really like that blue. I'm going to go back in with my original brush into this Hope. Let's see if I can. I'm just going to tap that up there. Kind of soften up that dark. Did it do anything? I don't know. I got eyebrows, and y'all know I'm not used to eyebrows and doing fancy makeup, so. Okay, it lightened it up too much on this side. It did what I wanted to on this side. So let me go back into the wilderness. Take some Twilight. Tap that in here. Drag it over a little, if it will. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this. Do I have a whiter white in this? Hold on. We're looking between the two palettes. No. I'm going to take this Snow. It's like a cream color. And I'm just going to put that right here. So there's some shadow there. Okay, and then I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue. And I'm going to do a little squirty squirt and tap that on. There was a lot of hiccup. Tap that on what I just put the Snow on. So it's nice and tacky. And I had to put it in a plastic bag because I screwed the nozzle on so tight. I snapped it off. And it's not the first time I did that. This is the third one I've done it to. Okay, and now that that's nice and tacky, I'm going to go into Definity and do the outer, like the middle, like from there over. Oh, I almost went into happiness. Look at that. I don't know if you can see all the shifts, but we're going to put that out here. I don't know if you can see the shift on that. I don't know. These are my two absolutely favorite color. And then this energy that's in here is like a mauve, whatever you want to call it. I have a shirt when it goes on my skin. I have a shirt that is the same exact color. And it's so cute. It has little tulip sleeves. So it looks like a dress shirt. It's kind of cute. This one I cut. And it's not the prettiest line. So normally I just tuck it under my bra and then flip this down. So it's like a scoop neck. I like scoop necks on me because I have no shoulders. Maybe you're getting this. I hope you're getting this shift on this. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then that little bit that we didn't put that on, we're going to go into my second favorite. Well, my first favorite. This is my second favorite. The Positive in it. I'm going to put that on the inner corner. This has like a pink, white, gold kind of thing. And I know y'all know, people been here know I don't like gold, but this I really like. I'll never forget the first time I put my finger on it. I pushed too hard. It's soft pressed. I pushed so hard, I panned on it. Oh, I was devastated. But I learned real quick. And then I'm going to go back into Divinity and just give it a little more zhuzh. I always tell my daughter, less is more, less is more. But then I do this. And I wonder where she gets it from. Coda, you're okay. Oh, I feel so bad for that person. Okay, and then there's that. I think that looks really pretty. I really do like a little bit of fallout, not much. I am going to hit the inner corner. It's already done on the other side, but oh. And then I'm going to take this brush that I did the under eye with and go in Self-Confidence, which is like a turquoise. And just run that under. I don't care. Might be too much. Don't care. I think it's pretty. Just blend a little bit out. And I think that we're going to go ahead and let me curl my lash. I buy a damn curler and I'm not used to using one. So I'll always do my thing and then I forget. Hey, Frugal Mama. I always forget to curl the lashes. How have you been? Long time no see. I knew I just took a minute for me to process. Sorry. Okay, so let's get the liner done before they drop. And this is just Elf. I got this for Christmas from my folks for there we go. Sorry. Phone call. All right. Well, anyways, I got this at Christmas as a refill. I really like this liner. It's cheap and it works. And you do have to wipe that off because then I'll forget and then I'll go to put it on but I don't have that on. I'm like, oh, let me get that out. And then the next thing you know, I have a whole palette with 2 pans that are empty. You know what I mean? And then Shop Miss A mascara. This is their Big Boss. It's volume and length. I like it. It's $1.50, I think, or maybe less than that. I don't know. $1.75. I don't know. I know most of the products are like $1.50, but this is the Paw Paw brand, I believe. Maybe not, but I thought Paw Paw was all the pink. But if it is the Paw Paw brand, it gives a percentage to animal shelter. And it does its job. I really enjoy it. I forgot to do my waterline. Oh, Lord. It's been a while since I did makeup. Tammy was the last time. I'm just going to use this. This is NYX Professional Azure. It's a SL12. It's beautiful. We got like all shades of the rainbow going on with blue today. It's okay. All I'm doing is parent pickup and re-signing my lease that should have been signed in January. So there, we got that done. All right, let's do the brows. I forgot to do the brows. Again, hold my brow, AOA. don't know why I have such a problem with the damn pen. And then I have the e.l.f. What is this? Wow Brow Tinted Gel. And I don't even know. Oh, here. I think it's neutral brown. So there are two I'm going to use there. My little bangs. I'm on my hair journey. Do you guys see how long? This is all natural. This is no extensions like I had before. Since last May 1st, when I shaved my head for brain surgery, I think it looks phenomenal. It's coming in really fast now. And I like that. I'm just wetting my little doohickey, the brow brush or whatever. Spoolie. All right, and there we go with those. Can't even see them. I've got like the lightest brows. Light. And the funny thing is my hair is like is a dark brown. I mean, you can see. It's dark brown, almost black. So it makes me laugh about my brows being so light. Got a little crazy there. My little cry. My dog's snoring if you can hear him. Oop. And I have a little brow pen I got off of Amazon. Yanquina. I don't know if you can see that. And I don't know what shade, but it's a prong one. And we're just going to give me some inners. And then I just kind of float out. Inners and then float out. Just to give them some color. Okay. I don't know if just going to spoolie through them again. All right. We're going to go with that. For a girl who used to shave her brows, now she uses 3 brow products. There's something fishy going on there. And then I'm going to put on my Bebe. Oh, no, they're just May. And these are Shop Miss A. I think these were $1.50. These are what I'm getting on my birthday. These ones, and I really like these ones. They're the Vancouver ones from Shop Miss A. And then I think I have one more. Hold on. Don't I have ones that I didn't even use yet? Okay, I must have only got 2. I thought I got 3. I can't find them. But I am getting lashes when I go there because I like their lashes. They're comfortable. They look natural, which is funny. The word natural on me. And then I am getting more glue because they're glue. I swear by their glue. I have the my favorite is Quick Dry, but the last time I was to Walmart to get the Quick Dry, they didn't have the Quick Dry. They only had the one with the vitamins in it. And this one, as soon as you water or tear up or have oily lids, the lashes just start flopping. So maybe I'll use for gems when I get back into gems. I don't know, but for right now, don't use it. And it's a shame. That thing was like $9. This was like $1.50, and I love it. They stay on all day. Hold on, I got chunky. So I want to get more Mays. I want to get more Vancouver. And I want to get a couple other pair. But look at those. They look just so natural and pretty and light and fluffy. I really like those. And you're talking to a girl who bought nothing but Glam Light lashes. Glam Light and the brand isn't even around anymore. Can't remember what the other one. It was from England. They were the most expensive lashes I ever had. I think I paid like $30 for them. And they're not like well known. It was like an indie brand. I can't remember the name of it. It came in a diamond box. If you go on my older videos, it'll be listed with a discount code. With no good anymore. Company's not around. But yeah, they were the lashes I used. Okay, so that's what we got. Do I have to do a little touch up? Yeah. I got a tight line. I hate tight lining. Do I hate tight lining? Here we go. All right. I think we look good. I need to touch up this lid a little bit because I think between the curling lashes and fingering putting lashes on, I have moved a little bit of the divinity. And it might just be the shift. Anybody notice when you use like multi-chromes or something like that, you'll think you have nothing on there. It looks like it's not on there. And then you turn your head and you're like, oh, it's there. Now it's heavy. So I'm just doing a little touch up because I don't know if it's really covered or if it's not. So now I know it is. Let me go ahead and set my face and then I'll put highlighter on. This is just NYX glue. Again, I am a old head. I use hairspray to set because I feel like that's what that is. It's just watered down hairspray. We'll go with it. And look, it's all up in my bangs and it holds my bangs, so that's why I think it's hairspray. And then for highlighter, let's I do have highlighters. Oh, I forgot I have highlighter palettes because they get tucked in. Like I have the Melt blush palette, I have the Anastasia contour kit, and I have the Ice Crusher, and then I have Shana B Cosmetics. I think Shana B Miami. I don't know. But anyways, we're gonna go into this one. So I think we're just going to use the Snow Job, which is like gold. Oh, no. We're going to do Ice Pick Headache. And I like putting this on after I use the NYX Clue because it's still tacky. Looks a little bit casty. Not over here, but over here it's looking casty. Oh well, we're gonna go with it. Like The Office really cares, you know? So let me put this stuff away. Get everything put away. And then we're gonna do lips, which I'm excited. For the lips, because lipstick was always touchy subject because, you know, people stare at your mouth. And I didn't want people staring at my mouth, even though I wear bold colors. So I got my little tote here, which I'm going to go through because, but I want to wear a color I haven't worn in so long. That might be a winner. I should just do black. That would make my heart sing. Ooh, I have a teal. That's the eye. Because I ended up with the turquoise if I had to. It's a nice neutral. Maybe I should just do a neutral on the lip. Oh, there's Soho. I like Soho. It's a neutral. We're going to go with Soho, I think. From Gerard Cosmetics. My tote is wider than my daughter's vanity, so I can't fit it under like I want to. It just fell out. So we're good. This is Soho. This is the Metal Matte from Gerard. I used this a lot back in the day. We're going to let this dry for a minute, and then I'm going to put the Laura Mercier Happy on over top. Because this is a matte. And it does not look good with my skin tone right now. And then here's Happy. I don't know. I don't know if I'm happy with that or not. I think it looks okay. Look at smile. I think it looks good. So this is my final look. I think it turned out really pretty. I do like it. Again, I'm heading to the dentist. Oh, I'm going to the dentist today to get the other wax impressions for my permanent. I hope you might have got something from this video from the beginning with everything that I've learned and where I've been. I will do a new one when I have my permanent, and we will see how much better it looks. And thank y'all. If you aren't already, please hit the subscribe button. And if you don't mind, please give the video a big thumbs up. Tammy's Beauty Tutorials and I will be going live tomorrow night at, I believe it's 6:30 Arizona time, which is 9:30 East Coast time. The rest you got to figure out because that's too many time zones for me to remember. But I will see you tomorrow night. Bye.